Well, good afternoon, guys. Welcome once again to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't been on for a few weeks, but it's great to be back. The season has finally ended, and Newcastle United have secured a Champions League place. Fantastic, by the skin of our teeth, but hey, we did it. And now it's good. We expect it to be a busy summer at Newcastle United in terms of incomings rather than outgoings. But the question is, can we get these players in who we've earmarked and who we've been talking to? That is the big question. Before I go into that, guys, so welcome to my channel once again. It's great to have you with me. If you want to subscribe to my channel, guys, it's completely free. Click on the subscribe button below the screen. And if you like this video, please give us a like. It'll certainly help the channel grow. And if you want to leave a comment on this video, you're more than welcome. Even if you just want to say hi, it'll be great to hear from you. Okay, so I've come on today with the latest transfer news coming out of Newcastle United. Now, 3 players we understand Newcastle United have been talking to over the last week or so since the last ball was kicked of the season. And those 3 players are, again, Marc Guéhi. We've had representatives talking to the Crystal Palace defender, Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford, and Liam Delap, the son of Rory, from Ipswich. Now, that one, let's start on Liam Delap first of all, because it all looks like that he is going to be completing a move to Chelsea. You know, and if that comes off for him, good luck to the kid. You know, he'll just be, in my opinion, another player warming the bench at Stamford Bridge. But hey, it's up to the kid, isn't it? You know, and that's my opinion. I think he'll be a bench warmer at Stamford Bridge. My opinion on Liam Delap is a fine player, but will he be able to crack it at a top club like Chelsea? Would he be able to crack it on Tyneside? It remains to be seen. I mean, I was a bit stunned all them years ago when Craig Bellamy arrived. I thought, who the hell is this guy? But he turned out to be a fairly decent player. So it remains to be seen. But for Chelsea, I think they've got a good young talent there, but I just think he's going to be, it's a waste of a move, and I think he's going to be sat on the bench at Stamford Bridge. So that's Liam Delap. As far as we know, that deal for us to sign him is dead in the water. He's off to Chelsea. Now, the next one is Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. Now, we've been a long admirer of Bryan since, since he first came on the scene for Brentford. We've been keeping an eye on him. We've never been able to afford him. There was talk that there was a £50 million release clause in his contract. Now, I'm not sure how true that is, but you know, Thomas Frank did come out this week and say that to Manchester United, who are also looking at Bryan Mbeumo, Newcastle United and to Manchester United, you will have to pay a lot of money to sign the guy. And, you know, Manchester United and Newcastle United, they're both looking at him, but, you know, they're not going to be, they're not going to have their eyes taken out over a deal, because that'll be the next player I'm going to mention. We've been there before. And they're not going to be, held to ransom by Brentford, because at the end of the day, Bryan Mbeumo has made no secret of that he loves playing in front of huge crowds, and he loves playing in front of St James's Park crowd. Loves playing in front of the Geordies. Said it's a fantastic atmosphere, and he let it slip that he would like to play in front of them on a weekly basis. And I'm thinking, right, let's get him signed, same as the club. But if Brentford think they can try and play games with Newcastle in terms of getting a deal done, trying to, you know, get more money than what he's worth, then this, you know, they're sorely mistaken, because Newcastle, they will pay the money. They've got the wealth to do that, but they won't be pissed about. They will not have their eyes taken out by a club like Brentford. No disrespect to Brentford, but Newcastle aren't going to, they're not going to let Brentford say, we want 80, 90 million for the player, because he's not worth that. He is a good player, but he's not worth that amount of money. So Bryan Mbeumo, again, is a possibility, and I'd like to see him in black and white. Another player who comes to mind is Marc Guéhi. Now, we've been here before, where we heard this name before. Yeah, last year we tried to sign Marc Guéhi, and we were told that it would cost us a lot of money to sign Marc Guéhi. It was going to cost us a lot of money, and they kept upping the fee. Steve Parish, a bloody crook in my eyes, Crystal Palace chairman, owner, whatever you want to call him, kept upping it. You know, the deal was believed to be in the region of 55 million. He then raised the bar to 60 million. Newcastle said, right, yeah. And then he said 65 million. And Newcastle were trying to thrash out a deal. All right, maybe he's close to 65. And then he goes, actually, I want 70. And Newcastle said, no, we're not going to pay that. Once again, I'm told that we are revisiting that deal. Eddie Howe is a massive admirer of Marc Guéhi. But will Newcastle put up with Crystal Palace's antics again in this transfer window? It remains to be seen. But he is a prime target, same as Bryan Mbeumo. And it would be great to have those two players in black and white, as I said. In terms of players going out, I think a lot of Newcastle fans are still concerned about players possibly leaving. Some of the big stars leaving. We understand that we've had a couple of clubs sniffing around Alexander Isak in recent months. In terms of Arsenal, Liverpool, I'm told, PSG, Barcelona, all looking at the guy. And why not? You know, he's a great player. But Newcastle United, if they do let Isak go, they're going to say, right, we want big bucks for this kid. Personally, I don't think Isak's going anywhere. He doesn't want to. Now we've qualified for the Champions League. I think he's happy on Tyneside. He's always said he's happy. In terms of Bruno Guimaraes, Man City again, circling round Bruno. I think he's happy. The Newcastle captain. I think he'll be staying in the northeast for the foreseeable future. And once again, Liverpool are apparently interested in Anthony Gordon. Now, this might be a deal which could be done if Anthony Gordon decides he wants to return to Merseyside. Liverpool, of course, Premier League champions, back in the Champions League. His head could be turned. He's a Liverpool fan, so it remains to be seen. Anthony Gordon could possibly be on his way, but Newcastle, they will have somebody lined up, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do a deal with Liverpool to bring one of their players in exchange for Anthony Gordon. Maybe it's a cash plus deal. Put my teeth back in. Cash plus deal for Anthony Gordon. But I'm not too worried about players leaving, for sure. I think the likes of, obviously, Callum Wilson, there's talk of him maybe getting a new deal. I think Newcastle United need to think again on that. They can't be that stupid. The man has spent more time off the pitch than he is on the pitch. He's a great player, but he's bloody sick note, isn't he? Jamal Lascelles, he could possibly be moving on as well. There's talk of him maybe returning to Nottingham Forest. Brighton also looking at him. So watch this space, guys. But two players who could possibly be still coming in, Bryan Mbeumo and Marc Guéhi. But Liam Delap, that one looks dead in the water. But any more transfer news, guys, I will bring it to you. Like I say, guys, if you want to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. It's completely free. Just click on the subscribe button. If you like this video, please give us a like. It'll be much appreciated. And if you want to leave a comment in the comments box below, you're more than welcome. What rumours have you heard, transfer-wise? Get in touch, guys. I might have missed something. You know, it's completely up to you. Or even if you just want to pop by and say hello, it'd be great to hear from you. But let us know, guys, your latest transfer deals. What have you heard? Get in touch. Be great to hear from you, okay? So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Marty the Mad Magpie signing off. Have a great Saturday and a great weekend. I'll see you all soon. All the best to you. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.